Welcome to surface area prisms and cylinders. This is notes on lesson 11.2, and in geometry, and what we're going to learn today is that how to find the surface area of prisms and cylinders. So let's start with some definitions to begin with. First off, let's talk about a prism. A prism is a polyhedron with exactly two congruent parallel faces, and parallel faces called the bases. In other words, what we have would be a solid figure where your top and your bottom are the exact same figure, and that's a prism. Lateral faces are the other faces of the prism that do not include the bases. So as you can see, I've labeled these, and let me zoom in so you can see a little better. Okay, so your top and your bottom are the base. Okay, your lateral faces are the front, all of these faces, okay, front and back and sides. Okay, we have a lateral edge. The lateral edge, okay, those are the edges where your faces come together. All right, now let's look at a couple of your different types of prisms. Now we have two types that we want to talk about, what we call an oblique and a right. If the prism is slanted, it's called an oblique prism. Okay, so the first one is an oblique triangular prism, and we call it a triangular prism because the base is a triangle. Okay, the second one is a right prism because it's standing straight up at a 90-degree angle, and the base is a rectangle, so we call it a right rectangular prism. All right, the third one is oblique because it's not a right angle here, it's slanted, and the base is a pentagon, 5 sides, so it's oblique pentagonal prism. The last one is right. It's standing straight up, so it's a right. The base is a hexagon, 6 sides, so it's a right hexagonal prism. Okay, so that's the types of prisms that you have. Let's look at the formula to find the actual lateral area of a prism. Now again, the lateral area in this case would be like front and back, side, and the sides together, all the way around that thing, not including the top and bottom, which are the bases. So your lateral area is PH. That's perimeter times the height. Okay, so let's look down at example 1. All right. Okay, if you can see that, you can see I went ahead and added some numbers here. We have a 3, 3, 4, 4, and the height is 5. Okay, so your lateral area is PH, so it's perimeter, which is 14. How did I get 14? Because I added 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3. So it's 14 times the height of 5. So 14 times 5 is 70. All right. So lateral area, again, lateral area is a perimeter all the way around one of the bases. You can either do top or bottom, the top or the bottom base. Count that perimeter and take it times the height of the entire prism. Your surface area will be lateral area plus 2 base. 2 times the base area, because you have 2 bases, a top and a bottom. So we have lateral area. Lateral area is 70 plus 2 times your base area. Okay, your base area in this case is 3 times 4, which is 12. So 2 times 12 is 24, so we have 70 plus 24, which is 94. Okay, let's go on. If we'll go to the back, flip to the back of this, please. Okay, let's find the surface area now of the triangular prism and the lateral area. Okay, lateral area first. Your lateral area, again, is perimeter times your height. Okay, the perimeter of your base, 3, 4, and 5. Add those together. That's 8 plus 4 is 12. Times the height of the prism, which is 6. So 12 times 6 is 72. Okay, your surface area is lateral area plus 2 times the base area. So we've got your lateral area is 72 and 2 times your base area. Okay, and what's the area of the base? The base is a triangle. So it's 3 times 4 divided by 2. So let's put that over. Okay, so let's put that over here. Your base area is 3 times 4 divided by 2. So that's 12 divided by 2, which is 6. All right, so your base area is 6. So let's put that here. So we have 72 plus 12. That's going to give us 84. Okay, and we would do the next problem very similar to that, but I think that we'll run out of time on this video, so let's keep going. All right, let's take a look at a cylinder. All right, a cylinder has 2 congruent parallel bases. Okay, very similar to a prism, except for the fact that your bases are circles. Okay, so your bases top and bottom, and you have an altitude, which is your height. Okay, so I give you an example of a right cylinder and then an oblique cylinder. All right, so let's look at the formula for the lateral area. The lateral area of a cylinder. Your lateral area is 2 pi RH or pi dH. I think it might be easier for you to remember pi dH, so go ahead and underline that. Your lateral area is pi dH, pi times the diameter times the height. Okay, and your surface area is lateral area plus 2 times the base. In other words, you have 2 bases. All right, so just like what you did on the last problem. Let's see. Okay, let's look down an example here at the bottom of the page. Well, let's talk about the surface area again. So it's lateral area plus 2 times the base area. Okay, now what's interesting, and we talked about this in class, is your lateral area. Okay, your lateral area, remember the length is 2 pi r, or pi d. Okay, and you'll recall that that is the circumference of the circle. So you can take and wrap your lateral area around the circle, and that's how you form that cylinder. Okay, so let's look at how to find the actual area now. Let's actually do a problem. Okay, now remember, lateral area is pi dh. Okay, so let's do that. We've got a radius of the base of a cylinder is 4. Okay, its height is 6. Find surface area and lateral area. So we have pi, your diameter is 8, and your height is 6. Okay, so it's 48 pi. It says to the nearest tenth. Okay, so we'll need to multiply. Okay, 48. Whoops, let me try that again. Now, hang on just a second. Okay, 48 times pi. Okay, and it gives me 150. I'll have to put it up here. 0.8 when you round it. Okay, let me fix that light. Okay, so we have 150.8 for the lateral area. Surface area is lateral area plus 2 times the base area, because you have 2 bases. All right, so we have 150.8 plus 2 times now the base area. Okay, let's go over to the side and get the base area. Your base is, it's a circle, so it's pi r squared. So it's pi times 4 squared. So that's 16 pi. All right, so let's figure out what 16 pi is. 16 times pi. All right, and we get 50.3. Remember, you have 2 of those. So we have to take that times 2. That's 100.5. And we're going to add it to the 150.8. That's going to give us 251.3. Okay, and whoops, you cannot see that. Let me put it there. All right, so you've got your lateral area and your surface area. All right, and I think that'll have to conclude our notes for this lesson. Thank you for watching.